Don't you ever let them steal your love. You were made with a purpose in mind. In your eyes I see a glimpse of the divine. You're loved and you're held, and I hope you love yourself for who you are. Beautiful daughter of the star. Little girl with golden curls running through the woods behind your home. Colors of the wind you sing, you're Pocahontas when you're all alone.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's your 2024 IBMA Momentum Vocalist of the Year, Miss Everybody Made.
Thank you so much. We're going to try a song for you right now from our Red Camel Collective self-titled album on Pine Castle Records. This is an old tune that Dottie West did a long, long time ago. We got any Dottie West fans out there? A few, yeah. Man, I love her so much. I always loved her singing. And this is one of my favorite songs that she ever did. We had the opportunity to record it with the Whites, Sharon White, and Suzanne Cox, and Michael Cleveland. We're gonna try it for you right now. This is one called Last Time I Saw It. Last time I saw him, he sweetly kissed my lips. Last time I saw him, he said, I'll be back for more of this. Last time I saw him, we were crying at the bus. I knew he hated me then, but he had to set us up. I gave him money, I know I invested well. Mama doesn't trust him, but he loves me, I can tell. Each day the Greyhound arrives at 9 o'clock, but I don't start my crying till that last man stepped up. Last time I saw him, last time I saw my honey, last time I saw him, he was Greyhound bound, but I'm still waiting here without fear that bus will someday turn around. I've had no letter, it's been 6 months, maybe better. I've tried forgetting, but I love him more than ever. I have decided I've waited long enough. If there was nothing wrong, he would return right on that bus. There must be trouble, so I'm leaving on the double. If he can't get to me, I know he needs me desperately. Last time I saw him, last time I saw my honey, last time I saw him, he was Greyhound bound, but I'm still waiting here without a fear that bus will someday turn around. Last time I saw him, last time I saw my honey, last time I saw him, he was looking fine, and as he waved goodbye, he said, don't cry, I'm coming back, have rain or shine. Last time I saw him, last time I saw my honey, last time I saw him, he was looking fine, and as he waved goodbye, he said, don't cry,
right.
All right, over here on the 5-string banjo from a little town called Walnut Cove, North Carolina. He's been playing a mighty long time and tearing it up for many, many years. How about a big hand for Tony Mabe, if you would?
Thank y'all so much. All right. Well, this is an old tune y'all might have heard. If you ever listened to the Flatt and Scruggs Carnegie Hall album, there was a little section on there. It didn't even have a name. It just said Fiddle and Banjo. And this was a tune that Earl would play some, and him and Paul. And I don't know if y'all knew it, but a lot of the stuff that Earl Scruggs did, he got from jazz and swing and big band music back in the 30s and 40s. And this was a song that originally come out on jazz radio, or back then it was all the same thing, but it was a jazz tune called Can't Stop Me From Dreaming. And he must have heard this, and this is sort of Earl's version, but I'll throw in a little bit of the original words. Stop me from kissing you. You can stop me from hugging too. You say no and that's alright. I'll get even with you tonight, 'cause you can't stop me from dreaming.
All right, one more member to introduce to y'all over here on the great big upright bass, doing such a fine job from Oakboro, North Carolina, airline pilot extraordinaire. How about a big hand for Kurt Love, if you will?
He's smarter than all of us.
He's almost been out of the bed an hour.
By the time the set is over, it will have been an hour. We're going to try a song for you that was originally written by Junior's cousin, Mr. Timmy Massey, and Rick Pardue. Let's just give him 1 second.
So, for those that may not know, does anybody out there know what red camels are?
No.
Okay. So our band name isn't after cigarettes, for those who might be wondering. Red Camels are an old clothing company. I think they're actually still around, but
J.C. Penney.
They specifically made bibbed overalls, and we were looking around for band names. I would say something, they wouldn't like it. They would say something, I wouldn't like it. So we went back and forth, and we were trying to go for something kind of vintage sounding, and also we wanted to pay homage to our boss man Junior Sisk. This was all kind of his creation to begin with. So Junior had a song back in 2009, as Heather was saying, entitled "The Man in Red Camels." So there was our vintage portion, Red Camel overalls, and the collective. I think that may have been my idea, but anyway, that's the little history behind the name Red Camel Collective. It's after clothing company and also paying respect to Junior Sisk.
So here's one called "The Man in Red Camels." Out across the field I see a bird dog pointing west. cursing that old mule for running wild, scratching out a living the best way he knew how. The man in red camels with his hands upon the plow. Cursing that old mule for running wild, scratching out a living the best way he knew how. The man in red camels with his hands upon the plow. Cursing that old mule for running wild, scratching out a living the best way he knew how. The man in red camels with his hands upon the plow. The man in red camels with his hands upon the plow.
Sorry, y'all, I scratched that old mule twice. Sometimes the mule needs a little scratching, too.
My earbud fell out of my ear, so now I gotta find where that went. Hold on.
We're just falling apart today. I done stabbed myself up here with a string. All right. This is a song right here. I'm gonna let Heather tell you a little bit more about it because she knows the writers and everything. But I will tell you, we just did a music video for this. This is gonna be our first single on our next project. That'll probably be coming out sometime next year. But this is gonna come out. We have a date, October the 17th. Hold on, I'm in the wrong.
I'm still trying to get my ears on too. Thank y'all for bearing with us. I so appreciate y'all. It has been such a long week, and man, we have drove and traveled, and it's just been a long week. So we appreciate y'all. But we're gonna have Malcolm. We're gonna sing a song for you now that Malcolm Cooley wrote, and he also wrote "In the Gravel Yard," I believe. Isn't that right, John?
He did. That was his claim to fame. There, he wrote the tune "In the Gravel Yard" for Blue Highway back in the 90s. And this is a tune. He was a part of a Spanish ensemble, I believe it was, maybe in the early 2000s, and they recorded this, and he pitched it to us and thought maybe it might make a great tropical bluegrass tune.
Makes you want some kind of blue fruity drink.
I was getting ready to say, what is it you said? Said you might leave from here wanting a burrito or
Yeah,
something.
you might want a burrito, enchilada, one of those kind of things.
This is one entitled "The Mexican Sun."
We played a cafe in New Mexico. Days ran together. I was feeling low, blues all around me. In a sleepy hotel, the gig ended early. We said adios. I sat at a table, neon lights cold, when a young cat He leaned in closer and said, what a shame. You look so lonely, and I feel the same. Could I sit a memento? Can we talk a while? And I said, I know the game that you play. I might have played along in my younger days, but those days are gone. My vices are verses sung to a Spanish guitar. So please be on your way, and I'll sit in silence and dream of the days in the Mexican sun, and relive the days when I was young in the Mexican sun. I think before we go play down there in Mexico, we ought to get these instruments in.